What's up, Transit? Stuart here. Hey, if you're watching this, we just want you to know we miss having you live for Transit on the Lawn. A couple of weeks ago, we got to join together as Transit, all three grades, for the first time in a long time, and it was awesome. But what we talked about specifically was before we move forward into this new school year, into this new season, we got to look back. Because there's value in looking back. In fact, we can look back and we can see God. We can see the way that He walked with us. We can see the way that He loves us, the way that He even forgives us. And that what that does, it can actually change our direction as we move forward. So we talked about the value in that. But we also talked about just how the season was hard. And that's true. And what made it even harder is not just the loneliness, not just the sadness, the disappointment of all that was taken from us and was canceled and just came out of nowhere. What made it even harder is that we didn't even get to be with our people to talk about it. Because when we don't get to talk to people about how we're feeling, it actually makes it worse. And see, this isn't something that you're just experiencing. This is something that Jesus experienced too. And so He actually needed the opportunity to get to talk about some of the things that He was feeling too. This is something that you may not have realized before. Like maybe you thought that Jesus just walked through life and didn't feel anything hard or experiencing anything hard. Or even when He did, He still was somehow like calm and happy and blissful and happy-go-lucky, but that was not the case. He felt some things deeply, and He knew what you've experienced, which is it makes it worse if we don't have people to talk about it with and just to process it with. So check this out. It's in Mark 14, and He's with His closest friends, and He invites them to come with Him. This is Peter, James, and John. These are like His three closest friends. So here's what it says. Mark 14:33. It says, He took Peter, James, and John. He's like, come on, guys. He took Peter, James, and John along with Him, and He began to be deeply distressed and troubled. See, we can see that actually Jesus felt some things deeply, distressed and troubled, and He invites them along because He wants to process with Him. So then He tells them, He says, my soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. He said to them, stay here and keep watch. See, He took this opportunity as He knew He was feeling these things. He knew something that maybe you're realizing, which is like, I don't want to walk through this alone. Guys, will y'all come with me so that I can tell you what I'm feeling? Because just talking about it with people who care, with people who love us, can help relieve some of that. We can feel some freedom and relief in just getting to talk about it. And we want Transit to be a place where you can do that. Like we want this to be a place where you can come and you can talk about anything that you want to, and you can ask any questions that you want to. But for those of you who are still at home, I want to let you know that God is with you. And so even if during this time you aren't having the same opportunity to be with the people who are closest to you, to be with the friends who you'd normally process this with, I want you to know that God is there with you and wants to hear from you and hear the things that you're processing, and He wants to give you comfort in that. But not only that, we are back. And we are back for Transit on the Lawn. And we want this to be a place where you can come and you can process those things, because we begin to feel better when we're honest about how we feel. And maybe for now, you just get to be honest with God, but we also want this to be a place where you can come back and be honest about the things you're walking through, the things you're feeling, the things that you're experiencing, and get to experience the freedom that comes along with that. And I love that we have Jesus' example as he invited His friends along to get to express to them some of the things that He's feeling. And so we just want you to know we miss you. We want this to be a place where you can experience freedom by getting to talk about some of the things that you're navigating and some of the things that are hard in your life. And God wants that for you too. And so until then, we can't wait to see you right back here at Transit Online or live for Transit on the Lawn.